This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, Bare Knuckle 9 recap, UFC Sao Paulo recap, Bellator Fight Week, MMA News, MMA-Holes Hour with the MMA-Holes. Yeah!
Wonderful.
Heartburn!
Gaylord.
How are you, Jesse?
Starting to get winded every time we do that, Moss.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Getting old.
gotta take another breath. It's like, yeah, maybe it is getting old. By the way, I was doing my hair earlier, found 2 more gray strands.
Well, welcome to my
I am
world.
up to 3 gray hairs at 23 years old. Can you believe that?
Well, this show will do it to you.
What are you gonna do with a silver fox at 25?
I'm the silver fox.
A silver foxette.
I'm going to continue doing the show and laughing at you as you get
How
more
are
grays.
you, Moss?
Wonderful.
I'm wonderful.
Good.
If you notice, I'm going to be chewing tonight. I might, who knows? I was reading with Jesse that they said that gum.
Mint gum.
Mint gum?
Mint sugar-free gum.
Oh, shit. I'm not. What
I
about
have
pineapple
mint
gum?
What are you eating?
I got pineapple gum in my mouth. Does
Where
that
did
not
you
help?
get pineapple
Give
gum?
me the mint gum. Hold on.
Where did you get pineapple gum?
When I asked you wanted gum the other day, I got gum. When I got a haircut, I walked to the store. I'm a big boy. I can get myself some gum, too.
Oh, I have... Here. This is my last
Where
one.
did you get pineapple? Well, if you want the pineapple gum,
Why are
it's
you
on the
eating
table.
pineapple gum?
It's
It
delicious.
doesn't do anything. You gotta eat mint gum.
I thought it was just gum.
No, mint gum, sugar-free.
Well, there goes that. There goes that idea. All right, we'll put that in the mouth.
Pineapple gum.
Very professional. Yeah, my heartburn is through the roof. It's crazy. I've been doing my aloe juice and my whatever the fuck. What is that pill called?
The Pepsid. Pepsid AM or Pepsid A something.
Yeah, it
or
works for 2 seconds and then that goes
AC,
away.
Pepsid
And I got a
AC.
flaming burn in my chest, like a Gaylord.
Gaylord.
But let's see if this works.
Oh, by the way, before we start the show, I don't know. I think Two Joints is in the chat. Today I have spent the entire day putting together packages for everyone, including beanies. So Two Joints is the only person that I do not have his address. Everyone else was kind enough to send their address, so it's all ready to go. We'll send it out tomorrow, but I need Two Joints' address in order to do that. So Two Joints, if you could reach out to us at our email or on our website, themmholes@gmail.com. Let us know your address so I can send you your stuff.
All right, there you go. 2 joints. You heard her. You heard the rules. All right, so Bare Knuckle happened this weekend, and I was looking around, and like for instance, like Morning Combat, and I didn't really see much of Ariel's show, but there wasn't really that much talk about Bare Knuckle, which I was surprised. You know, this sport like is in between boxing and MMA. You got no gloves. You got people punching each other with their bare knuckles. It's gruesome. It's wonderful.
Wonderful.
We cover MMA. We cover the not just the UFC. We got other things in mind, and this is combat over here, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Jason Knight knocks out Artem the Goat Lobov.
Well, he's not really the GOAT anymore, is he?
No, I think there's a new GOAT.
Yeah.
I think that we have a new GOAT, and his name is Jason the Kid Knight. And I dare you to debate me on this. Jesse,
Now,
what do you think?
do we take down the GOAT picture, or do we just put a bigger picture of Knight next to him?
Well, Jason Knight did say that we shouldn't take down that picture, but we should put a picture of him
yes.
up. We will
A
see him.
bigger picture of him,
Yeah.
he said.
So we'll see him here Wednesday. Wednesday night, we're bringing Jason Knight back. And Caleb, another goat, Harris. There's a lot of goats.
Yes.
We got a lot of goats on the show. John Jones.
I know some people were asking about Felony. Can you please explain what happened there?
Well, he changed his phone number. So, Felony, if you're watching this, shoot me a text, and then I can reach out to you and have you on as well. Felony Charles Bennett, also known as Insane Thoroughbred, because you can't say the other name. He had some outing over there. And, yeah, you know, there are people that come over here and like, well, why are you talking about bare knuckle? Oh, my God. Wow, how dare you? You're the MMA-Holes. What are you talking about bare knuckle?
It's combat sports.
I mean, if there wasn't any sort of boxing, there wouldn't be MMA, right?
True.
That is a form of the martial arts, right? You mix them up.
And a lot of these bare knuckle fighters are former MMA fighters.
Yeah. So anyway, Caleb Harris is a former MMA fighter. Felony Charles Bennett, Jason the Kid Knight, Artem Lobov. They're all. I mean, come on. Anyway, so shut up. I got to address those people. But I love bare knuckle. I really do. And if you don't like us talking about bare knuckle, well, that's tough shit.
Bye.
When the events roll around, we are going to be talking about it. Because when you look at this weekend, and you look at that steaming pile of shit that the UFC dumped on your lap in front of your eyeballs on ESPN Plus, and then you look at the bare knuckle product, it was Jason night and day.
It's funny you say that because I was hearing, now we didn't get to hear the actual sound of the fights for UFC Sao Paulo because we do the commentary, but I heard that there were a lot of boos for a lot of the fights that happened in
They were terrible.
UFC Sao Paulo.
Other than the Oliveira fight, I mean, Oliveira did his thing. But he had a freaking draw between Rua and Paul Craig. It was a decent fight. It was entertaining for the most part. We got donation.
Stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
It's the drunk savage.
Just wanted to see if you changed the video yet. Shout out to JBH's new grey hairs.
There you go.
It means you're slowly dying. Sorry, honey.
It's the truth.
It means,
Rest in peace, JBH.
It means I'm maturing faster than most women my age.
There you go.
That's how I look at it.
By the way,
More
update
wisdom.
on your maturity, but my heartburn is going away.
Good.
Mint sugar-free gum. Who would have thought? Thank you, Drunk Savage, for the donation. You are
wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful. Look at both of these cards over here. Oh, donation.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Hello, Connor. How are you?
It's your guys' show. Talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Fuck haters. We out here. Flex biceps. Hope everyone's day is wonderful, wonderful. Fuck Paulo Costa. Love you guys. Let's go.
Yeah! Preach, motherfucker! Preach!
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, Connor. Goddamn celebrity over there.
That's right.
Give him his trophy now. Anyway, I agree, Connor. It is our show, so they can shut the fuck up. Anyway, listen. It's a handful of people. It's not much. I think bare knuckle is winning over a lot of people. Now, it's only sanctioned in a couple of states, but I think it's going to spread. I really do. It's brutal. It is a brutal sport to watch, and we had some split knuckles and all this stuff. We're going to discuss that. Yeah. And this card over here gets to some MMA news, save the show, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So you look at this card, Sao Paulo.
Yes.
And like I said, Oliveira was a highlight, and that's it. That's it, Jess. That is it.
I mean, listen. I'm not gonna. I don't want to entirely shit on this card because I find all of the cards completely entertaining, and that's just my opinion. But it certainly was not the best one of the year. I can say that much. I don't know if it was better than Moscow or not, because Moscow at least had finishes. You know, well, Moscow at least had even if the name value was low, they at least had entertaining fights. This one, there was name value in a lot of the fights, and
well, see, I disagree there. There were finishes on this card, and there were notable ones. There were some names as well. You know, there was a couple of names sprinkled in, but it wasn't like names where you gave a shit about.
Right.
The one that sticks out right off the bat is, let's talk about Randy Brown, the one that I fucked up the bet. I wanted to bet on this guy. Underdog, coming from the Contender Series and getting a big one.
You messed that up.
Yeah, I really fucked it up. If you weren't here, I placed it on the wrong guy, the wrong black guy. Completely racist move by myself. I bet on Bobby Green, and I said I want Randy Brown. I don't know what I did, but that's what happened. Randy Brown looked great. A couple of guys looked great. You know, Bobby Green looked like complete shit. Trinaldo wins by a unanimous decision. You had the rear naked choke by Ramos. But these are names that you kind of know, but don't really give a shit about.
Yeah.
You know, you really don't care. There's nothing in here that you're like, oh, okay. The only one is Oliveira.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted Blachowicz versus Souza to be something. You know? We wanted something here.
Mm-hmm.
What did we get, Jesse?
A snooze fest. And
it was terrible.
Blachowicz is actually on a 6-month medical leave now. We're not going to see him back for half a year because of this fight.
For a shit fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's
there
the
goes
result
his
you
title
get.
chances. I mean, he wasn't going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think after this. I mean, listen, Jacare's a beast, former Strikeforce champion. Guy, you got to give credit to Jacare going up and almost pulling away the victory. I mean, it was just horrific.
Chat is broken.
The chat is broken.
Good catch, right?
Yeah, nice job, Jesse.
It would have been.
See that.
It would have been broken for much longer than it was.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
Let's see if we get it going. There it is.
JBH on the game.
Nice job, Jesse.
Thanks, Moss.
But this fight was a complete letdown. And like I said, you could take away from Souza, he looked good going up. You know, I mean, he hung in there. Against a tough guy, Blachowicz is no bum. Mm-hmm. But now, here we go. We don't care.
Yeah.
There's no one's going to be, Blachowicz is not going to be fighting John Jones next. You can guarantee that's going to be Dominic Reyes.
It's so bizarre, that fight. I really expected at least some kind of finish there, and it was, I mean, a 5-round decision for a fight like that, it was a little disappointing, I gotta say.
It was a fitting ending. Well, especially when the co-main event was a draw. I mean, you get a draw, and then you get this shit.
Yeah,
a close, terrible fight. I'm not going to sit here and bash this. I want to talk about bare knuckle. I mean, it's on the thumbnail, and I want to talk about this. We will get to some MMA news. But when you knock out the GOAT for the first time, Artem Lobov, one of the greatest fighters that ever stepped inside a cage, inside the ropes, stepped on the grass. This GOAT has never been knocked out. But what did Jason Knight do Saturday night? In the 5th round, with knuckles that were split open. Now, I thought his hand was broken. I did think his hand was broken, but it wasn't. Did you notice? I'm
going to point something out about Jason Knight, completely irrelevant to what you said. I did think his hand was broken, but I just noticed something.
Yeah.
And not that I really care, I just noticed on Knight's right arm, that Paris tattoo.
Yeah.
That was on his arm when he interviewed with us, and now there's a void sign over it.
Okay.
So, do you think he got that, like...
Wait, how did you know he had that on his arm? I wasn't even paying attention.
During his interview on the last time he was on the show, his right arm was visible.
Okay.
And I noticed the tattoo. I noticed everyone's tattoos.
Yeah.
And I noticed the Paris tattoo, but I didn't see the void sign over it. And now, yeah, boss, now there's a void sign. Do you think Paris might have been an ex that he's voiding out of his life?
That would be great. Well, on Wednesday, we're going to have to ask him. All right, remember that.
Yeah, I didn't notice the void sign. Now there's a void sign over it.
Or maybe it's a kid he doesn't like and he just voided his kid. How the hell did you see that? Like, how did you, I mean, yeah, now that you bring it up, how did you notice that?
Because I was just looking up at the thumbnail and I was like, I didn't see that void sign there last time.
Well, I did when
I saw the Paris tattoo. I did not see the void sign.
Maybe the void sign is a little faded on his arm, and when I brought out the colors and everything like that.
Yeah, maybe.
That might have brought it's probably there.
Yeah,
I just brought everything out and all right. I guarantee it was there the whole time and you're just fucking you're going cuckoo. All right. Anyway, thank you for interrupting me.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I do think his hand was broken. I'm sorry. I agree with you. I think his hand was broken for sure.
Yeah, you thought his hand was broken.
Yes.
You mean? Because it wasn't. Did you know that?
I thought the moment he looked down at his hand and he started to notice something was wrong and he started calling for a doctor, immediately I was like, this guy's hand's broken.
Yeah, he was yelling, we need a doctor here and all that.
We shouldn't have thought that because the next round, actually the following rounds, he was swinging pretty hard with that hand without any wits about him. So,
yeah, well, he started letting it go, especially in the 5th round. You know, I mean, he fucking hurt Artem. There was one thing I did notice, and I'm not sure.
Super chat.
We got the super chat coming here. Presents.
Most will have gray ball hair in 2 years.
Oh, forget it. Dude, I got on my chest is pretty much all gray. I don't know, you're not going to be able to see it. It's like a silver blackish mix.
It's like
well, at least over here.
Salt and pepper.
Yes, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, what are you going to do?
But
at least I have hair, right?
But your ball hair doesn't change color, does it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, everything goes. Everything goes gray.
It has not turned gray yet. I can tell you that much.
I'm going to look like a wishbone soon. You know, where they blow the little furry thing? I'm going to look like that soon. Anyway.
All right.
Thank you, Presents. I appreciate that. So what the fuck were we talking about?
Thanks a lot, presents.
I tell you, the donations, Jesse, there's a lot of curveballs in this show, and it's tough to get back on track, but that's the point, right? It's how can we throw the host off?
I just figured I should have mentioned it before I forget.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was interesting. No?
Yeah, it's very, I'm intrigued. Well, we'll ask him now. Sure. So now, what did you think about Artem's performance? I noticed something a little bit different here. Well, both fighters fought a little bit. It seemed like they were a little bit more technical. You know, they weren't like backing off from each other. They were still going. But I noticed that they were fighting a little bit more strategic here. And Artem didn't seem like, well, he always wings punches. You know, he's always like that type of, well, here I come, you know, telegraphing his punches. But I did notice that he didn't seem as aggressive. He seemed a little bit more hesitant this time than he did the first time.
Honestly, I think Artem thought he won that first fight, even though he put the medal around Knight's neck and everything like that. I think he genuinely thought he won that fight, and he knew exactly how to approach the fight this time around. So I don't think he really changed much when it came to his actual fighting style, because he's like, oh, I can just do it again. He knew that Knight was going to try and change things, but I don't think Artem was really worried about that. Knight, he figured out Artem after the first fight immediately.
See, to me, I completely disagree. I think after going into that fight with Paulie, which was completely lackluster, like that fight was like boring as fuck, you know? And Paulie was running his mouth about that, thinking, you know, he technically won that fight, but no one won that fight. It was shit. I think Artem in the back of his head realized that was such a war with Jason Knight. I think he was a little bit nervous on top of the fact he's boys with him now. If you notice, there was a picture on Instagram where Artem and Jason
they have
Knight
a lot of respect for each
are
other.
praying before the fight together. They got together, they prayed. It's almost like, and I'm sure this is not what Jason Knight was doing, but it's almost like Jason Knight befriended him, right? Got all cool buddy with him. And then when the bell rang, Knight's like, gloves are off, let's go, buddy. And just fucking went to work.
Yeah.
Knight worked on Artem like hard.
I don't think there were any ulterior motives for Knight. I don't think it's like, oh, let's befriend him and make him think I'm on his side. I think they just have a mutual respect, and they went into the fight knowing that they're going to go in guns blazing. I like that. I like when there's that much respect between two fighters, and they can still go in and not let the respect get in the way.
I saw something totally different. I saw no guns blazing. I saw actually a technical masterpiece by Jason Knight.
But you know what I mean? I don't mean actually go in there swinging for the fences. I mean guns blazing as in they go into the fight and they don't let the respect get in the way because they're going in to win. Mm. That's what I mean. I don't mean going in swinging for the fences. Yeah. I agree that it was a technical fight.
It was great. It was very entertaining. And the one thing that really stood out was if Jason didn't get that cut on his knuckle, he seemed like he kind of took a little bit off of it in the fourth round, and then in the fifth round, it's like, screw this, I'm just gonna split my whole hand open. He didn't care. If that didn't happen on his knuckle, I think he would have finished him in the fourth. I really do. I think Jason would have unloaded on Artem and just took him out in the fourth round. Artem Lobov never been taken out in a fight. Well, he's been submitted before, but never knocked out. So very impressive by Jason the Kid Knight. And we on the MMA Holes are gonna say he's the new GOAT. You defeat the GOAT, you become the GOAT. So Jason Knight, the Kid, is the new GOAT, Jesse. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Let's see what the chat said about the Bare Knuckle 9 main event.
Staley says, twerking baby on Chatterbait. T-Bird with a thumbs up to Staley. Vigo Stockholm Sweet Teats has a nice vagina. Flat Earth Deacon, what's Chatterbait, Staley? Staley02, T-Bird, you enjoy twerking baby bro. Paul Hart, what's up chat? User Anonymous, Art fell from pain. Wow. Shady Shadows, but Jason is a beast. Can't take that away from him. Flat Earth Deacon, sup Paul? T-Bird, I've been watching her for years. Drunk Savage, this bare knuckle boxing is going to end up messing a lot of fighters' hands. Yeah. Evan Aguilera says, Artem can suck my pee-pee. Justin Jr., I'm interviewing Jason Friday. Staley02, site full of horrors, Flat Earth. Sean Hart says, it was a good event. Pubert Adams, the GOAT, has never even been stumbled. Wait, what?
What? Yeah, I mean, Artem, think about it. You might laugh at his record, you know, being that now it's under 500 record. But still, I mean, he's always been in there. Even with Cub Swanson, he took him the distance, you know? The guy he's got a stone face, but not on Saturday. Now, what Sean Hart said about the hands falling apart, that could be a problem. You know, now, thankfully, Jason didn't break his hand. It seemed like he did. He didn't break his hand, but someone else did, Jesse. And we're going to have to go over there to this fight. A friend of the show. Well, let's talk about it. Felony Charles Bennett versus Johnny Bedford. Now, what were your thoughts about this fight, Jesse?
hate saying what I'm thinking because I don't want it to seem like I'm anti-Felony, but this fight ended up exactly how I thought it would.
Okay.
I thought Felony would break his hands, fall to the ground, and the fight would be over. That's exactly what, because after what I saw in his last bare knuckle fight, there was just no way that he recovered in time and was able to take care of those hands before coming into another fight against a fighter like this. So this is exactly how I had expected the fight. It's unfortunate because we love Felony, but I can't lie here. I did expect it to happen this way.
There was that nasty thing in my head thinking that, yeah, this is not going to go well. You know, you even said it on air that this is not going to go well. But I'm going to put a positive spin on this. If Felony didn't break his hand,
He was doing well.
he was going to beat Bedford.
Yeah,
Let's
for
be
sure.
honest. Bedford was losing that fight, in my opinion. I thought Charles looked great.
I
And
thought,
then-
yeah, he looked phenomenal.
He caught him. I don't know if it was with a hook or what he caught him with, but he caught him in a certain spot. I think it was like on the side of his head. And that was it. You saw the look on his face. He's like, oh, here we go again. And then it was like, it looked like Warrior, the movie Warrior, where, what's his name? Bane. What the hell's his name?
I've never seen it. I don't know.
The British actor. Help me out here. He was in Venom. Tom Hardy. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Tom Hardy in
No
Warrior.
idea who you're talking about.
You don't know who Tom Hardy is?
No.
He played Venom. You saw the movie with me.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, yeah.
That's Tom Hardy.
And you also saw him in Warrior, too. He was the brother.
I've never
in it.
seen Warrior.
You did watch it.
Oh, we did watch Warrior. I'm sorry.
Wonderful.
I don't remember
Yeah.
every movie
Okay.
I watched.
But anyway, there was a part of that where he break his shoulder or something, separated his shoulder. I forgot what it was. And he was swinging with one hand. That's what I saw when Felony's hand broke in that fight. He was kind of like, all right, I'm just going to keep on swinging the left and just keep going. And it was hard to watch when you saw his hand broken. But Felony did not back down. So one thing about Felony Charles Bennett is he's a tough SOB. He really is a tough SOB. Should they have put this fight together? No. But maybe I was wrong. I mean, he was doing good in the fight. Johnny Bedford, I didn't think he looked that good. Showing him a lot of respect, and Felony was landing.
You know what bothered me the most about this fight was in the very end when Felony was clearly, not in a good place physically. And Bedford, like the least humble way to handle a victory, used Johnny Bedford versus Felony as the perfect example. Bedford went up there, no respect towards Felony after the fight. Felony was just kind of trolling a little before the fight, like he was just kind of like trying to hype it up and make it funny. And Bedford took it so seriously. And after the fight, he had no respect towards Felony. He immediately had the nerve to call out Artem Lobov after beating someone like Felony. Like, there's absolutely no respect I could have had for this guy. If he handled it differently, if he was a little more humble, I'd have way more respect for him. I lost respect for this guy.
Yeah, he didn't come off well at all, Johnny Bedford.
He
Coming
just came
from
off
the
as
UFC.
an asshole.
He just and he was upset because Felony was calling him Johnny Bedwetter. Like, I mean, he was literally
People do that.
Yeah, but he was literally throwing like schoolyard like humor at him, and he got so butthurt. I guess you know what? I guess in a fight, he's the type of guy that has to get himself fired up to beat up another man. But after the fight, still no respect, no fucks given. He just did not like Felony Charles Bennett. And let's be honest, Johnny Bedford, you're 36 years old, and yes, you are undefeated. You are a champion at 135, but who'd you really beat? I mean, are you really that good? Let's be serious here. Felony kind of exposed you. That's what I think. I know he went up to 145 to fight him, but Felony's not a big 145er.
I don't know. Bedford came off as a complete asshole.
That's what we took out of this situation. What did you guys think in the chat about Felony Charles Bennett? And it does suck, man. I don't think Felony's hands are ever going to be the same.
I don't know.
It's a shame. He is 39 years old. He still looks fucking good. I mean, listen, he's smoking a lot of weed. I think he's in great shape.
Even his cardio wasn't something I was worried about in the fight. Like, even though he smokes weed, I was not worried about his cardio. I was worried about his hands.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the chat says about this.
Wonderful Cowboy says, Ann H. Mark Jackson, Bedwetter T. He. Drunk Savage says, maybe they called him Bedwetter as a kid.
Yeah, that would be awesome if that's the case.
Flatter Deacon says, Meth Eyes, Shady Shadows. He is an asshole. Seen him in another fight, and he's the same shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the rest. Something about he did the same shit. The same shit. I'll fight him. Justin Jr. says, Johnny is a douche. Drunk Savage Felony should go into kickboxing. Staley 02. Bedford is a UFC reject. Mm-hmm. DJ Cranium. Let's off Steam Bennett. What? Off Steam? Let off Steam Bennett? TX says he needs money, but his hands are fucked.
Yeah, it worries me.
Sean Hart, most bare knuckle fighters are washed up maniacs from other sports. Is there a real original bare knuckle fighter who has started his career in bare knuckles? It's a good question. Is there?
No. I mean, this sport is a relatively new sport right now. If you think, I mean, listen, boxing started this way, but the way they're going about it here, this is pretty new. What we're watching is only the 9th time Bare Knuckle FC has been putting this together. Now, there are other bare knuckle organizations out there. It's only legal in a couple of states. So this is something that they're just getting going. We're all learning as we go along, but I like going for the ride. Now, if you look at Joey Beltran, he gets the win over Chase Sherman. It's a unanimous decision. He took the belt away from Chase. So Chase unfortunately lost his belt. Joey Beltran is your new heavyweight champ. Helen Peralta, we follow her on Facebook. We're friends on Facebook. I had no idea. I had no idea. Helen Peralta got a big win, the knockout over Stevenson. So maybe we'll drag her on. Who knows? Kenny Lisea, knockout versus Harris Stevenson. Harris Stevenson was the guy that Caleb lost to, and Harris Stevenson takes an L. Let's see. Chris Sarro gets the win. Look at all these knockouts. And here's Caleb Harris. He'll be on the show on Wednesday with Jason Knight as well. He gets a big win. The referee stopped and says no more abuse. Good job. We got disqualification for ground strikes. Can't do that. And Peg gets the win. KO punches. So there you go. That's your bare knuckle event. And I thought it was wonderful.
Wonderful.
Would you rate bare knuckle 9, Jesse?
I'm going to go with a 7 on that one.
A solid 7, huh?
Solid 7.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go an 8.
All right, I can go 8.
I'm going 8.
We got 3 of good MMA hole fighters on there.
Yeah, I mean, Artem Lobov, he took the L. And listen, I like Artem. I do like Artem. We've rooted for him many of times. But we found that Jason Knight is our new GOAT. So, got to ride the other GOAT now. Got to hop on the GOAT.
Wonderful.
Anyway. All right, before we get into the news, I'd like to play a quick word from our sponsor, Jesse. If you would like to tell the people how to place a bet, well, this is how you do it. You ready, JBH? Whoa! There it is.
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus today. BetDSI also offers betting options for everything, including NFL, NCAA football, NBA, and NHL, UFC, and all other major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. We play through ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add something similar to fights or any other sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with the link in the description below using promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get a limited time 100% bonus offer as well as $25 as a welcome bonus to make some extra cash from sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
If you didn't understand what she said, you go to the link down below, you put promo code MMA-Hole, you get double your money. That simple. BetDSI is
Wonderful.
All right, Jesse. Another 2 times in one day on my body, the Theragun. We had reviews from the chat. They are getting it. They are loving it. Tell them more.
Do you put your body to the test day in and day out? Do your muscles feel so stressed and fatigued that it hurts just to get out of bed in the morning? Whether you're a rigorous athlete or a hard worker, you want to buy a massage gun that provides the best therapy in the market. Theragun provides an all-in-one massage and recovery tool. Theragun helps you release muscle tension, soreness, and recover faster. Use the link in the description below and start using a deep muscle massage treatment unlike anything you've ever felt. Again, head over to Theragun.com/holes with the link in the description below and start feeling better, moving better, and recovering faster with tension and soreness relief.
That's right. Get some free attachments with our link down below, so go check it out. Theragun is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I'm feeling jolly, Jesse. We got to order some more stickers. Where do we do that?
Do you own a business, event, or organization and are looking for the most efficient tools for marketing and advertising? Sticker Mule offers easy online ordering with a 4-day turnaround and free online proofs with free shipping. Use the link to Sticker Mule in the description below and get incredible promotional materials such as durable and waterproof vinyl stickers, coasters, magnets, customized tape labels, bumper stickers, and more. Sticker Mule offers full-color printing at the highest quality that you deserve. Free shipping, free online proofs, fast production, satisfaction guaranteed. We use Sticker Mule for all of our marketing needs, and we've never been happier with the products we receive. Visit Sticker Mule with the link in the description today.
And last but not least,
Timeless CBD sees a gap in the industry between quality and affordability. This is a CBD company that strives to make top-notch products at prices people can afford. All of Timeless CBD's products are carefully handmade at their facility. Each and every batch is third-party tested. Visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and get your hands on only the best CBD products such as full-spectrum oils, gummies, pain salves, freezes, BCAAs, and more. Use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, for up to 20% off of your entire order. We use Timeless CBD on a daily, and we haven't felt this good in years. We recommend Timeless CBD to anyone seeking treatment for numerous conditions. Once again, visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description using promo code MMA-Hole and get up to 20% off of your entire order.
Yes, Timeless CBD is
Wonderful, wonderful.
wonderful, wonderful. If you look behind us over here, see all those packages? They're going out tomorrow. Jesse did a beautiful job of wrapping them, and there they are. We have the Timeless CBD to the winner. And I was talking to Jesse.
It's in the yellow one.
Is it in the yellow one?
Yep.
So whoever got that, who got that?
And the top one is another one.
That's Timeless
Big
as well.
Bob is the top. The yellow one is Bryce Robach.
That's right. So here's the deal. We were talking about this today. We're watching all these MMA shows. They don't give shit away. We always give stuff away over here. What is that about? We are the most giving show on YouTube, on the internet.
That's just one shipment.
That's a bunch of shit
We do
going
this.
out.
We do this about 2 or 3 times a month.
It's kind of cray-cray. Giving shit out to the MMA holes over there, so if you're not subscribed, give us a sub. And fuck everyone else. We're giving you free shit over here. Maybe we should stop. It's getting crazy.
Let's take a break. I'm cool with
Why are we
not
giving so
having
much
to
free
wrap
shit
anything.
away? Anyway, so there you go. We love you guys, and we appreciate all your support.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, we're gonna get into the news now. And Jesse, are you excited to talk about it?
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba. Hey, like this video. What are we doing here? 114 people?
Yeah.
47 likes?
We give you guys free stuff.
What
The
the
least you can do is like the video.
You lazy son of a bitches. Here we go, Joey. What's up, Joey?
Hey guys, my son Caden and I are watching.
What's up, Caden? And Joey?
Is that Caden? Over there? Well, Caden, we get 2 more likes. We're going to beat up the ceiling. We're going to beat up the ceiling for you, Caden. There's 1 more like. We beat up the ceiling for you, Caden. Look at that. Let's just take a peek. I'm going to get it. There it is, Jesse. We got 50. This pump is for you. 50 likes. Everyone pump along in the chat. I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. We got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. We got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. We got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes.
The dislikes can choke on a dick.
All right. And thank you. Appreciate the likes. Keep them coming. Let's go viral tonight. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, Jesse. Take us to the magical news stories over here. And thank you for the likes. Each and every one of you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
There he is, the kid.
Moss, no, that's not what I wanted to do, Moss.
What?
Play the song again. Play it. Now sway with me.
Why are they dropping
All right.
dragons in the chat? Did we hit our goal?
No.
No, we didn't. It's premature
You
dragons.
freaking weirdos.
31,400. We got to get 31,500.
All right, let's
So
go.
we get there. Come on in. We'll let the dragons loose tonight.
According to MMA Junkie, Jason Knight calls out Paulie Malignaggi for a boxing match. Yes, you heard me correctly. Jason Knight has called out Paulie Malignaggi for a boxing match. Jason Knight is riding high from his finish of Artem Lobov and has set his eyes on Paulie Malignaggi next.
He would beat the shit out of him.
Knight avenged his loss to Lobov this past Saturday at Bkfc 9, taking him out in the 5th round. It was a much more refined and technical performance by Knight compared to first outing with Lobov, and now he wants former boxing world champion Malignaggi, but he wants him at his own game. Jason the Kid posted a tweet from Paulie Malignaggi saying, "My BKFC journey in short, everyone including promoter felt I got robbed, and that's with fighting with a broken right from end of 2nd round. Ignorance cannot appreciate the high IQ skill set I showed that night, even one-handed." Jason Knight captioned this tweet with, quote, at Paulie Malignaggi, I know you don't want to fight Bkfc again, but what would you say to a boxing fight?
When did Paulie tweet this?
He tweeted this a while ago after the fight with Artem Lobov.
Oh, okay.
He said, I have no prior pro boxing matches, but I bet I can school you at your own game. Malignaggi participated in his first bare-knuckle boxing match in June when he faced Lobov at Bkfc 6. He lost the fight by unanimous decision. It was a fight he thought he won, but Malignaggi said he is done and will no longer compete. Would a fight with Knight lure him back in? Maybe not.
Probably not.
Knight calling him out for a boxing match and claiming he can school him may be the right strategy to get him to respond.
Well, you got to think about it. Like, what's next for Jason Knight, right? I mean, you can say you can do the Lobov trilogy. The first fight was close. Knight wins the second fight. I don't know if Artem wants to do this anymore. You know? I get the feeling that Artem's like, I mean, I guess
what about Artem?
That's what I'm saying.
No, but what do you mean? What, like?
I don't think Artem wants to do it anymore.
But what does Artem have to do with Knight calling out Malignaggi?
No, I was just talking about the trilogy. Yeah, no, fuck Paulie Malignaggi. That's not gonna happen.
David Feldman wants the trilogy.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like that, we're talking about the options of Jason Knight, and there are not really many when you think about it when it comes to bare knuckle FC. Maybe they drag someone else in, former UFC fighter. Other than that, Jason wants to get paid, right? You can call out Paulie Malignaggi, but that guy's hands are done. There's no way he's stepping back in the ropes. I mean, at least the bare knuckle ropes. And you got Artem Lobov, who he did knock out, and I feel Artem don't want to be inside there anymore. I don't think he likes to get hit with bare knuckles. It can't be fun. You know? It cannot be fun.
I like the idea of Knight moving over to boxing where he's never been before. You know, he's done MMA, he's done bare knuckle, but he's never been in a pro boxing match. And I like the idea of him stepping into another fighter's wheelhouse just to show him, you know, that he's better.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said Jason Knight fighting Malignaggi in regular boxing.
That's what Knight's calling him out for.
Oh, okay.
He said he wants a pro boxing match.
Yeah, man. I don't know. You think Paulie's... I think Paulie's done too. I think that's just like a...
No, Paulie said he didn't want to do Bkfc anymore. So Knight said, all right, you don't want to do Bkfc, let's do regular boxing.
I don't think Paulie wants to do anything anymore. You know? I mean, listen, I get why Jason's doing this. I get it. He wants to get paid, and rightfully so. The guy's making more money now than he ever did in UFC. So he can do boxing, he can do bare knuckle, a lot of options here. So why not throw it out there, get a payday? I'm down with that. I'm down with what Jason wants to do, but let's be realistic. I don't see Paulie taking the bait because if Paulie fights Jason Knight in regular boxing, that's going to sell nothing. No one's going to care. None of the boxing fans are going to give a shit about that.
Boxing fans will care that it's Paulie Malignaggi.
They won't give a shit.
And
honestly, they threw him out.
If boxing fans watch Bkfc now, after watching Malignaggi fight Lobov, and they see Lobov's next opponent is Jason Knight, that actually might bring in a couple of buys.
You know how many boxing fans told me that Paulie was trash before I even knew who Paulie was?
But they still watch him.
Yeah, but not really.
It's like the Conor McGregor effect. Nobody likes Conor McGregor, but everybody wants to watch him.
Are you comparing Paulie to Conor?
No.
Like fame-wise?
You don't have to... Before you start jumping down my throat, that's not what I'm doing. All I'm saying is there's a lot of fighters, boxing, MMA, Bkfc, whatever you want to call it, where a lot of fans will rip them apart, but they'll still watch them. And I think Paulie's one of those types of fighters.
I think no one watches Jason versus Paulie in boxing.
Okay.
I honestly think no one would care.
You're entitled
honestly,
to your
I would
opinion.
watch because I like Jason, I do.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't watch that. Who gives a shit about that? Let's see what the chat says. I'm curious what they think.
Flutter says PBR with a fist bump, Sean Hart. I'm actually tired of these old school fighters crossing over, stay in your lane unless you are in your prime, in my opinion. Paul Hart says I'm Paulie. Mark Jackson says Paulie had no KO power. Steelers respect. Paulie was a trash boxer. Hail Caesar. No one would watch it. Big Bob says I would. Joey Byer says Jason Knight would wreck Paulie. Drunk Savage, I don't care to watch it. Bosco Gar says meh. Justin Jr. Jim Allers versus Jason Knight. Domenico says come on from Italy. Flanagan says, that's right, Sean. King of the Dead. Fook that meerkat looking bastard.
He does look like a meerkat. Okay. All right. Stop it. Jesus Christ.
Wonderful.
Chat's brutal. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think that's the right one, to be honest. But I like that Jason's throwing it out there to make some money for sure. I think the next step would be another bare knuckle fight. if they can convince Artem to come back for a trilogy, they can make a big boatload of money. The only reason why I don't think Artem would do that is if Artem takes another L in bare knuckle, his value drops tremendously. He already took an L, he got knocked out, right? The Paulie fight wasn't really that great. So now this whole GOAT thing is kind of, it's dipping a little bit here. You had one fun fight with Jason Knight, and the Paulie fight sucked. He got knocked out in this one. If Artem comes back to bare knuckle and then gets knocked out again, no one's going to give a fuck, So Jason's in limbo. He's in a little bit of limbo. What was the dude's name that came into the ring and asked him to fight, the 155er that he fought before?
Moss, who do I look like right now?
You look like Jesse with your nose pushed in. What imitation are you trying to do?
Who do I look like right now, Moss?
I don't know.
No, you can guess.
What is Smush Sonic? Sonic the Hedgehog? I don't know.
No, you used to like this guy, comedian.
You have to. You're gonna have to help me out here.
Think the Stern Show a long time ago.
Any guesses in the chat? I honestly.
Come on, Moss.
Baba Booey.
You're not that stupid. Let's go.
Artie Lang.
There you go, Moss.
Is that really what you're doing right now?
You got it. Thank you, Steven Perlowski.
So now let me ask you the thought process of how that went down.
I was pressing my nose, and then I thought, I kind of look like Artie Lang. So I said, Moss, who do I look like right now?
Okay.
That was the sequence of events that occurred to make me ask you that question.
Wonderful.
There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jesse. Artie Lang, great comedian, fun part of the Stern Show, and now his nose is caved in. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to another story over here, Jesse. You're on fire.
You're the worst.
What? What do you want me to do? We got limited time tonight, man. 10:42.
Don't
no
worry.
one saves it. We're done.
They're going to save the show because we all love each other and we want to be here forever.
Well, after that Artie Lang bit, I don't know. They might not.
Moss, you make fun of all my bits. I don't make fun of all your bits.
Well, I think I have a valid reason on that one. No? You don't think that was a little...
What?
Little weird? Hey, listen. It's you're a comedic genius. With Jacare Souza versus Blachowicz, tell me a little bit more about this situation over here. This terrible fight.
Souza disagrees with UFC Sao Paulo's decision loss, saying he won the first 3 rounds. He believes he did enough to beat Jan Blachowicz and found himself on the wrong end of a split decision. However, in Ronaldo's opinion, the judges did not score the fight correctly. In the Brazilian's opinion, like I said, he did enough. He said, I won the first 3 rounds. I don't know about the 4th one, and I lost the 5th. I didn't get the win, but we did a good job. I come out stronger. I got a super top guy in my first light heavyweight fight. I did a 5-round fight. I won, but unfortunately, I didn't get the nod.
Well, what do you complain about, Jacare? It was a terrible fight. Terrible. What do you... man, when a fight goes down like that and they're complaining, drunk savage.
I so wanna crawl into JBH's head for a day. Smiley face.
What is it like in your head?
Starts off with waking up, appreciating life, and then something usually bothers me. And then I fall into like a weird depression for about 2 minutes in the day. And then I'm like, what am I depressed about? So then I'm good. And then I go to the gym and I'm thinking about what I have to do with the business. Usually at some point in my day is like a why am I alive thing. And then it ends with...
Why are you alive?
Yeah. And then it ends with...
What do you mean like...
Oh, we're going to go live. Yay.
Why are you alive? What do you mean by like you want to off yourself or...
Like,
or
why am I here?
The meaning of life.
Why am I even trying?
Well, the Artie Lang thing was interesting. That was a try. You did try. I don't know what you were trying to do, but it was interesting. That definitely was interesting. That's why you're alive. If you want to know why you're alive, gold like that, pushing your nose.
Wasn't much gold because you didn't laugh.
I'm gonna rewatch that part again because I didn't get to witness how that all came about. Like we were literally in the middle of a conversation. You pushed your nose in and said, "Guess who I am?" Like I have to watch that back. Actually, that should be one of our donations. Because think about Special Face, one of our greatest donations of all time. That's why you're alive. You're a contributor of interesting content.
It ends with, I just want to sleep everything away and wake up the next day. Try it again.
Women are not funny. Well, I mean, listen. What do you think about that? Like, I have that theory too.
I agree.
There are a select few women that I find hilarious. I really do find some women funny. But most of the times, when you go to a comedy club, women don't make me laugh. Right? Now, do you think it's because guys, we're just wired differently? Some women are funny. I'm not saying all women aren't funny. I think you're funny. If I didn't think you're funny, I wouldn't make you part of the show.
I think men and women have a different type of humor. I think only men can understand men and women can understand women, and that's why you see more women laughing at female comedians. It's because women understand them, just like men understand men. And we have an audience full of men, so of course you're going to be funnier. It's nothing wrong with that.
I disagree with that. But, I mean, look at these women that have these dirty jokes, you know? Like Sarah Silverman or something like that. They tell all these, like, you know, dick and vagina jokes, and all of a sudden she's funny. So I think if they dumb it down for the guys, maybe you guys are too intelligent for us. Maybe we like just I don't know, bathroom humor.
No, I think you just cater to men. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just you're a dude. You get them. You understand what's funny to them. And a lot of times it's at a woman's expense because if you think about it, most men who live with women, the woman is the annoying one.
Imagine you thinking you're funny though, and no one, and then you find out you're not.
It
what
sucks.
Happens if you find out you're not? Like, I mean, I don't think I'm funny.
I just found out I wasn't funny.
That's funny. See, that's funny.
Wonderful.
Look, you made me laugh. I just found out that I was. See, that's a funny joke.
That wasn't even a joke.
Oh, well.
So I guess I have to be serious from now on, and apparently I'm funny.
Move on. Anyway, what do we got here? We got a celebration, but there really shouldn't be a celebration between these two. Tell me some more about this, Jess.
Conor McGregor has congratulated Artem Lobov, calling him a warrior after the Bkfc 9 loss. He posted on Instagram a picture of himself alongside Artem Lobov with the quote, Artem Lobov, what a warrior. What a journey this has been, mate. What a journey this is. You blow me away, bro, from the world tours to the Ultimate Fighter to this. You deserve the world and more, brother. Congrats on another amazing fight. What a story. Brothers are life, mate, with a heart emoji. Congrats to Jason Knight. Also an amazing warrior. Great fight.
Do you think Artem really blows him?
Yes.
I just learned that now. I mean, I knew they were close. I didn't think they were that close. So Artem blows him away.
My foot was a balloon.
All right, well, listen. Artem, in this case, he made a couple of bucks off of those last few fights. He did all right. So Artem Lobov, now the question is what's next for Artem? Where would you like to see Artem fight next?
I'd like to see another Bkfc fight.
Bkfc? Chat room, what do you think is next for Artem? He just had a baby. Should he let it go? Is it enough of the GOAT? Does he try to crawl back into an MMA organization? Perhaps a Bellator or something? What do you think in the chat? What's next for Artem Lobov?
Potter says, Jim Carrey, Robin Williams, rest in peace, my faves. Sean Hart says, Boss Kogar, same, I really can't. Lee W says, that was funny, JBH, the best jokes are unintentional ones. Dwayne says, Connor is old news, he can't even win a fight. Askren is awesome, says Josh Fowler. Jamie Schwind says, Tina Fey is funny as hell. Dave Chappelle says, Shannon Stewart, Mark Jackson, Connor, what a loser. Shady Shadows, Bellator, Google Play Store, Deno A. Chucky says, Askren didn't even beat Lawler, though. Domenico, who you believe will fight Conor McGregor? They all seem to avoid it. Flatter Deegan Chappelle, yes. SS. Coco Butt, Artem, Arm Wrestling Diaz. Drunk Savage, Artem. Does a movie with The Rock. Paul Hart says, knee. Eddie E. Clark. Moss has a big nose.
I do. And big ears, too. You want to see my ears? Check this out. I got gigundo ears. They're pushed in so they don't look as big, but they're like pancakes. Like just with a maze inside them on the side of my head. I got big ears. It's kind of crazy. I got a big head, big ears, big nose. And you know, as you get older, your nose and ears just keep growing. They don't stop. So could you imagine in 10 more years, I'm going to fucking right into the microphone. I'm like, Jesse, let's see what's in the chat. Oh, fuck. See, your ears and nose never stop growing. D. Cook. See what's in the chat. All right, what's the next story? What else we got in the news? If you save the show tonight, we're going to open up the phone lines. By the way, this weekend, there's a Bellator fight. It's in London. And that's it. I mean, I think you got one championship as well. But let's look at Bellator. Oh, Jesse just shot... What the fuck? She just shot a piece of plastic across the room. What the hell was that?
The lid popped
You better go get that. All right, I'm going to look for... Here's Bellator, right over here. MVP. is fighting main events in the UK. Giovanni Melillo is fighting him. They have no face. Fabian Ward versus Michael Shipman. I think it's Van Shipman's brother. Terry Brazier versus Sarin Bach. And that's it? Wow. Something else. That's a whole lot of trash. So this starts at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. So it looks like they're actually showing this live. Even with the time difference, they're showing this live. So maybe we'll do a fight reaction. It looks terrible. I mean, there's a whole... Charlie Ward's on the card. Didn't Charlie Ward leave Bellator or something like that? I don't fucking remember. Yeah, it's a bunch of crap. This is a hot steaming pile of crap. Anyway, this is the Bellator card this weekend, and that's it. No UFC for 2 weeks. So what do you think about that, Jesse? No UFC this weekend and next weekend.
Sucks, man.
Is there a little part of you that needs the break? What do you think?
I like streaming.
No, I'm saving it from the fights.
No, I like fights. I don't need a break from the fights. Do you need a break from the fights?
Well, after last weekend with that shitty UFC card, I think they should take more breaks. I do. I am entertained. Did you hear that? What happened there? I
Wonderful.
am entertained by other organizations. So, I don't know, maybe there's some boxing or something like that. I'm not too entertained by boxing, unless it's bare knuckle. But watching that UFC event, Sao Paulo, and seeing what they put together, because they put an event together every week after week, and I love watching these events, but you see the product and it gets watered down, you know? So now we're going to wait 2 weeks, and, you know, we're right back in the mix. The next fight, I think, is the Overeem fight, correct? Let's look over to the UFC. I don't have it open here after we got shut down. Let's see, UFC.com. Is it the Overeem fight next? He's fighting a Paisan, I think. No, Overeem's fighting the, what's that guy's name? What's it called? Remember? The guy that we met, the brother?
Oh, Rosenstruik.
Is that the next fight? Let's see. There it is. The Reem versus Rosenstruik. So that's the next time we're going to be jumping into the UFC. And then after that, you have UFC 245, which is a pretty good card. I'm going to look at this Rosenstruik. And if you don't know who Rosenstruik is, this is the guy that knocked... what's his name? Why can't I think of it? Arlovsky. Jesus Christ. I'm having a million brain farts tonight. He knocked Arlovsky's head to the moon. So we got Marina Rodriguez versus Cynthia Calvillo. The Skyscraper, Stefan Struve versus Ben Rothwell. Aspen Ladd's back against Yana Kunitskaya.
Oh, Kunitskaya's going to destroy her.
I tell you what, it's a good fight, though. It's interesting. Cody Stamen's back versus Song Yadong. Love that name. And Mickey Gall's back against his opponent fell out, right? He had Condit, didn't he? Shit, he's still on the card here, and he's fighting. Who's going to fight?
They're looking for a dance partner right now.
Who wants to fight Mickey? So a
CM Punk.
bunch of names on this card. Not a bad fight night. So that's coming up next. Yeah, Rob Font, Ricky Simone, Thiago Alvarez versus Tim Means. This is a good card. All right. I'm down. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the next upcoming fight for the UFC. There it is. What do you think, Jesse? Who's going to win this fight? Just looking at this right now, Overeem versus
I'm going to go
Rosenstruik.
Rosenstruik. After meeting his brother and hearing what he had to say about Rosenstruik and how he's very highly underestimated, and, you know, he's kind of coming into this game, or not really coming into the game, but people aren't really, you know, on the Rosenstruik train. And we got to see in his last fight, the knockout was incredible. This guy has some serious power behind his hands. So I'm going to go Rosenstruik on this one.
Rosenstruik for the win over Overeem. And you know what? I think I'm with you too. Overeem looks like he's in great shape, but that little chin is done. And Rosenstruik has bombs in his hands.
Yeah.
Chat, what do you say before this thing pops into our eyeballs? What do you think? Overeem or Rosenstruik? I bet there's still some Reem fans out there that believe.
Drunk Server says, I'll fight Gall, hold my whiskey.
Get it, Drunk, get him!
Shady Shadow says, Noob Sabot. Chucky says, who's Chicky? Josh Fowler says, Mix and Bellator, it's pretty good. Good, pretty entertaining. Kokobus says, Gall versus the Shadow. Mark Jackson, Brian Galvin, bite me. Brian Galvin says, Chuckia666, shut the F off.
Whoa.
Duke D. Cook says, I work in a care home and the old men have Dumbo ears and Ariel noses. Sean Hart, that head on Overeem is something else. Eduardo Romero, Reem's chin can be found. Shady Shadows, I'm with Rosenstruck as well. PBR Street Gang, over. Cocoa Butt, bring back Ubereem. Drunk Savage, Overeem, get Ngannou'd again. Shannon Stewart says, Overeem. J Mass 508, Logan Paul will step up and fight Gall.
Oh, that'd be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Could you imagine?
Logan Paul has to get in the UFC first.
Okay, what about this? The Schmo calling out Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani does his stream, and throughout the whole stream, I was checking in and out, and all I see in the chat was Schmo versus Ariel. Schmo versus Ariel. The people want to see this fight, apparently. Do you want to see it? I mean,
so
grappling match.
Explain to me, what did Schmo call out with Ariel? What was that whole thing that he said you have like 48 hours to respond or something? What was he calling out? Was he calling out for a fight or what?
Yeah, a grappling match.
A grappling match?
Yeah.
With Ariel?
Yep, that's right.
You're kidding.
If you don't know who the Schmo is, I was going to say you're welcome, but not really. All right, check this out. The Schmo is ready to get down with Ariel Helwani. Actually, before we play this, ladies and gentlemen, we have 5 minutes left in the show over here. Holy shit, that fucking came up quick. 5 minutes left in the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to start the clock. 5 minutes left in the show. Will you save it with a donation? Let me know.
Wonderful.
And remember, if the donation's $5, 5 minutes, $10, 10 minutes, $20, 20 minutes, so on and so forth. Save the show. We'll open up the phone lines and keep this party going. A lot of stories.
I don't want to go.
You don't want to go?
Nah, I like the distraction. I like being with you guys. You guys are a good distraction for me.
No.
Please, I don't want to go.
All right. Let's see if the people are heroes tonight as I put the timer over here. All right, Jesse, this is what the Schmo said.
What's up, world? The holidays are quickly approaching, and it's time to give you fans what you've all been looking for. The Schmo is challenging Ariel Helwani to a 165-pound charity grappling competition. $25,000 to the charity of the winner's choice.
All right, so $25,000 to the charity. That is good.
Yeah, he's doing it for charity.
Now, let's see what he has to do.
Ariel can't make 165 pounds. The Schmo will bulk up to 185 pounds.
Ariel at 165. Now, I've met Ariel multiple times. He's pretty tall, and a 165 would be tough. So 185 would be more realistic. Right, Jess? What do you think?
I guess.
Okay, Jess is like, who cares?
No, I mean...
Oh, shit! It's about to go down! Roberto with the Anzalone! Holy shite! Anzalone! Michael Anzalone! Yes!
Anzalone! Michael Anzalone! Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend. Heart and soul of the holes, Mrs. Steely Girlfriend. Time out, trolls. Welcome to the dead end. Cock so big that I can't even comprehend. Bust and groan, making bitches moan on the timestamp throne while the chat room's stoned. Hold up! Save the show for the tales will be told about Michael Anzalone.
Shout out to the GOAT, Michael Anzalone, Roberto Hernandez with the 1975.
Save the show.
Yeah! Roberto! Goddamn celebrity!
Wonderful.
All right, add that 20 minutes, JBH.
I got it.
All right, 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the Save the Show. If you want to extend to that time, knock yourself out, help the holes out, and support the show. Save it!
If you're an MMA fan and this cat Ariel has snubbed you for a photo or done you wrong, speak up. If you're an MMA fighter and this cat Ariel has caused beef...
He's calling him the cat? Look out! Trump's hair is on fire! It's on fire!
Trump's hair is on fire!
Oh my God!
Donald Trump is on fire! Trump's hair is on fire!
Yes! It's on fire!
Jesse, my head and hair is on fire. Your hat is so warm. Fire, tie. I think the UFC needs more breaks. Since they joined with ESPN, it's been watered down. They can make more stacked cards. W breaks save the show.
Wow. I agree. Drop 5 more minutes on the clock. Thank you so much to the donators. We got another donation coming in.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Kevin from Chi-Town.
Save that shit. Real nigga shit did my part. $2 for a 2-minute phone call. Save this shit. Everyone donate to spot. Fuck that brick squad schmoju diddly do. Helwani is a weasel, Jujuzix baby cock, Billy, Freddie, and George.
Nice.
Uncle Mikey and as a lone boss.
Kevin, thank you for saving the show. I just want to give a shout out real quick, just for people who are unaware. The $2 does add 2 minutes to the show, but you're not paying for a 2-minute phone call. So
It's a joke, Jesse.
it's no. I'm saying in general, because this isn't the first time that this has happened.
It's a joke. He's joking. He's
Why do
being
you shut
comedic.
me down every
No,
time
I'm
I
just
talk?
saying he's being comedic. We know Kevin. He's fucking around. Anyway, you got it on there with under a minute left. Under a minute left, Jesse. You don't have to huff and puff. We got to tell the people there's still time to extend it. Will someone else be a hero? Jesse, we got 27 minutes extension. There it is. Colby Covington. Yeah. All right, Drunk Savage.
Save the show.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
he knows. Drunk knows. Thank you, Drunk, man. That was awesome. 5 more minutes, 13 seconds left. Someone else can be a hero. How much time do we have left?
32 minutes.
32 minutes. All right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Let's do this.
Wonderful.
All right, Jess. Now you can get it out here. We wanted to get the Save the Show out of the way. You could state your opinion over here. Go for it. Okay. Back to the schmo.
Speak up. The time is now. It's time to put some respect on the Schmo brand. Ariel, you have 48 hours to
Jay Gabriel, shut the fuck up.
respond. If you beat the Schmo will be done covering the UFC. The Schmo versus the Nose.
Oh, shit. Calling out the nose, the schmo. Jesse, would you like to see these two grapple against each other?
Yes.
You would?
Yep.
Who do you think would win?
Ariel.
Ariel for the win. So you think 185? You think he can get to 165?
I don't know.
Don't know. But you think Ariel beats the schmo?
Yes.
Who do you think who would win this fight? Oh, grappling match. I don't know. I think the schmo might win. You see, he's training with a lot of these guys, high-level guys. You don't really see Ariel training. I might go with the nose.
Ariel does train. There was a video on it.
That means nothing. There was a video of you training.
No, Ariel trains consistently.
Okay. I'm going to go with the schmo. I got the schmo in this one. Who do you have in the chat? Schmo or Ariel will start the clock.
Sean R says Ariel has better contacts. And Chucky says Fook Brayan. Brayan says cool down, don't. Jamie R, see what you did. Google Play, I tried, but it showed me my wrong card. This aimant system is shit. Cannonier says Hebrews are strong people. I'm picking Ariel D. Cook. I'm sorry, I missed it. Rick Meeks, I missed that one too. Sorry, bud. Kevin says Jesse can beat up Schmo and Helwani. I don't think so. But I appreciate it. King of the Dead says I got Drake. Google Play Store, okay, got it. And H, wonderful drunk savage. Kainoto says Ariel by septum punch attack. Paul Hart still here. Drunk Savage says Schmo wins. Shady Shadow says Schmo. Best Ever says ban Brian Galvin. What is he doing? Sean Hart says hope Schmo gets staph infection and just dies. That's a horrible thing to say. So what's Brian Gavin doing in the chat? I see a lot of people saying to ban him. What? I've been watching. I don't think all he's doing is saying people are annoying. I don't think he's not really doing much else. I mean, if I had a nickel for every time someone said someone was annoying in the chat,
Super chat.
I don't know if that's enough to ban someone. Google Play Store just donated $2. Thank you, Google Play Store, for the $2.
The Google Play Store. That's awesome. All right. Anyway. Okay. All right. So we're going to start the clock, Jesse. We're going to open up the phone lines. What do you want to open up the topic with? What would you like to hear from the people?
We should start with Bkfc and what people think about that, and what do they think about Jason Knight, fighting Paulie Malignaggi in a boxing match.
Okay. All righty. That was a good piss. I needed that one. It was well earned. I pulled out the wrong thing. Don't you hate when you pull out the wrong thing? I won't start the clock until I get the calls up. It's only fair. All right. Here we go. Let's get it popping over here. So the number is 516
522-0267.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. And there it is. All right. Give us a call. There it is. 516-522-0267. The lines are now open. Let's hear what's on your mind, peoples. Bare knuckle, UFC, whatever you like to speak about. Now's the time.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Yo, John Savage.
What's up, drunk?
Not much. So what's up with this fucking Ken Shamrock trying to say Jorge has to prove himself in bare knuckle? I mean, doesn't he know he came from fucking bare knuckle fights back in Kimbo's backyard?
Yeah, I think Ken Shamrock's just kind of looking for a way to keep his name in the headlines. I mean, the guy's been out of the headlines for quite some time, and, you know, a lot of people know who Ken Shamrock is, and I think he's just trying to capitalize on a big name in the industry right now, which is Masvidal.
Yeah, I was watching some highlights from that Valor bare knuckle, and I think you guys should cover it the next one.
Was it any good?
Yeah, it looked pretty good from the highlights I saw.
All right. You know what? Ken Shamrock, I don't like him. I don't know what it is. He's got that puss face. He's a, you know, I mean, he's a juice head junkie. But there's something about him that's like super douchey, you know? How he treated his brother.
Yeah, you tried to say on Twitter like a week ago or something he was clean fighter. I'm like, bitch, are you fucking serious?
yeah, no way in hell. I mean, he's been around for a minute. The guy's still
then
jacked.
He backtracked and said he was fighting on an even playing field, which we all know what that means. Everybody was juicing.
All right, so you know what? Let's leave Drunk on the line over here and get to that story. I mean, he brought it up. Let's get right into it, Jess.
According to MMA Mania, Ken Shamrock dares Jorge Masvidal to fight bare knuckles, saying, "We'd love to find out how bad he is." UFC welterweight veteran Jorge Masvidal used to fight in bare-knuckle boxing matches long before graduating to professional MMA because the idea is to move up in your career and make more money. A return to gloveless fighting seems like a step backward at this point in his career, but UFC Hall of Famer Ken Shamrock believes that's the only way to find out just how bad Masvidal can be, which is a thinly veiled attempt to goad Gamebred to compete for Valor Fighting Championship, the new bare-knuckle promotion founded by Shammy. Shamrock told MMA Fighting, quote, "I don't think we need a belt to tell people there's a BMF.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
Choo-choo, Roberto."
Paulie slapped and spit on Artem face. I felt bad for Artem. Different culture. I guess people will harm people for shit like that.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. We were talking about that over and over again. How, I mean, that was just a low life move. Anyway, back to the story. Thank you, Roberto Hernandez, for the donation.
Shamrock continued on to say Masvidal fought bare knuckle. He did backyard brawls just like Kimbo Slice. So I say, if that's the case, why doesn't he try his hand at Valor? We'd love to find out how bad he is. Masvidal was recently crowned the bad motherfucker after stopping Nate Diaz at UFC 244 earlier this month in New York. It was a bout that had Shamrock laughing because it did not come with many of the challenges earlier fighters faced in their careers. While that may be true, Masvidal certainly paid his dues after nearly 50 pro fights. The number 3 ranked welterweight contender could be in line to battle the winner of Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington, the UFC 245 pay-per-view main event that will put the Nigerian Nightmare strap on the line this December in Las Vegas.
All right, so there's the story. It's ridiculous.
Stupid.
Why would Jorge Masvidal, who reinvented himself, right? He's back on top over. I mean, he's higher than he's ever been right now. He's the talk of the town. Why would he go to a promotion, take the gloves off, and risk hurting himself? You know, like he's got what he wants. That Nick Diaz fight looks like it's right around the corner. You know, yeah. I mean, and if you think about it, that should be easy money for him right now, where Nick is right now. You know, what do you think, Drunk?
Yeah, I mean, why would he go fucking Shamrock? Like, Dana would even let him. I mean, Jorge should just fucking do, like, money fights. You know, I think if he goes for the belt, no matter who wins it, you know, he's going to get fucking wrestle-fucked anyways.
Yeah.
Lose.
Yeah, I agree. I concur. All right, anything else on your mind, Mr. Savage?
So, that Iranian Hulk, dude, how do you think he wipes his ass?
That guy, man.
Seriously.
It is unbelievable what he looks. Do we have him on the? Do we have his picture over here?
Yeah, it's on the news. Just scroll and you'll find it.
Hold on. I don't know if anyone's ever seen this guy, but I mean, he clearly
like that old toy, Stretch Armstrong.
yeah. It doesn't look real. It really doesn't.
He's like injecting himself with some shit, like silicone or some shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know why anyone would even want to look like this because it doesn't even look good. You know, like it looks like. It looks like Play-Doh. Like, it doesn't look real.
Oh, you didn't get a picture of him all hairy.
Yeah.
That's him shaved.
I like my Iranian Hulk manscaped. You know, that's what I'm into. Anyway. All right. Drunk, anything else on your mind?
No. Sean wanted me to bring up Askren, so.
Askren? Yeah, we got to get to that story.
Retiring.
Yeah, Ben is gone. Well, listen.
Hey, what's up, Nuts?
All right, Drunk, thanks for the call. Ben Askren, I mean, we can go right into that story, too.
Yeah, I have that story.
But, yeah, he said on Ariel today, and there was, it's, all I could think of is, well, the UFC lost that deal. Because you got Mighty Mouse running around, and he's doing just fine. He's healthy.
Yeah.
Winning belts and doing his thing. And then you got Askren, who just retired. He needs a new hip.
Well, he's announced a retirement, but I have a feeling that this is not it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's so donezo. All right, tell me about this.
According to MMA Mania, Ben Askren abruptly retires from the UFC, saying he needs a hip replacement surgery. Funky, who recently teased the possibility of hanging up his gloves, appeared on Ariel Helwani's MMA show to officially announce that he would be walking away from the fight game after a decade-long career in the hurt business, which is much longer if you count his career as a wrestler, saying, quote, "I'm retiring from the sport of mixed martial arts. Frankly, I am retiring from everything." According to the former ONE champ, he ultimately came to his final decision after taking it over with his doctor, who told him that he needs a hip replacement surgery, saying, quote, "I was thinking about it since we last talked. I was considering it, but I'm having hip problems, and I finally had the discussion with my doctor, and I got an MRI from my last fight. I need a hip replacement," he added. If you recall, former UFC heavyweight smashing machine Mark Coleman also retired from the fight game in 2013 due to hip issues. Askren said, quote, "So that's it for me. I've been thinking about this for a week, kind of what I was going to say. I'm filled with gratitude for what great of a career I have been able to have, even though obviously in the end it did not turn out my way." Indeed, after starting off his fight career with a near mint 19-0-1 mark, which includes winning the Bellator MMA and ONE Championship welterweight titles, Askren ended his career with 2 straight defeats. In his previous outing, Funky was choked out by Damian Maia at UFC Fight Night 162 a few weeks ago in Singapore. Prior to that, Ben suffered a 5-second knockout loss to Jorge Masvidal at UFC 239. Askren also wanted to make it crystal clear that his hip issues have nothing to do with his losses, saying, quote, "And I want to say this up front. Obviously, I've known these hip issues for a while, and I've never brought them up for a reason because I don't want people to think I'm using this as a reason why I lost. I lost because I wasn't good enough. Plain and simple. My opponents beat me and they were better than me. I want that said out there. These hip issues for me are totally separate. I lost because I wasn't good enough. These obviously seem like excuses, but I do not want them viewed in that light."
Yeah, this sounds like a man that is done, to me at least. I mean, I know a lot of guys say, hey, it's over, and then get that itch again. But a hip replacement?
Yeah.
That's some serious shit. And he's got a lot of options. With podcasting being so big, the guy's got, he's got a sense of humor. It's kind of funny. On Twitter, he's funny. At the press conferences, he has a couple of good one-liners. But then you hear him interviewed, and he's kind of boring.
Really?
Do you get that? I mean,
not from Ariel. With Ariel, he's not boring at all.
I am bored out of my mind.
Really?
Yeah, I like Ben Askren. I really do. I think he's a funny dude. I was kind of hoping that he would do, a little bit better. It's just a shame that he came in late into the game. If he came in a little younger, it would have been more interesting. I mean, I think time got him. Is he as great as his record was? Probably not. But who knows? If he came in younger,
I think
could have been a different animal. I don't know.
I think he didn't know what to expect when fighting top-tier fighters in the UFC. He wasn't really used to that kind of... he's always had good competition, but he was never really used to UFC competition. And I think there's a fine line between UFC competition and other organizations. And I don't think he was ready for that.
Born Munch says, man, the UFC got shafted in that Mighty Mouse trade. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good now, right?
Because Mighty Mouse is off making thousands, millions of dollars. And Ben Askren's now out. And UFC lost in the end,
Yep, there he is. Ben Askren. See you later. All right, let's open the phone lines up. I want to get your opinions on the Ben situation, on bare knuckle, on the UFC fight. Maybe if you want to talk about Bellator that's coming up, knock yourself out. Anything you'd like to chat about, now's the time. 516-522-0267. Yes, good. Yeah. Oh.
That's it. Yeah, good.
I was thinking the same. All right, here we go.
832, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
This is Pulse.
What's up, Pulse?
What's up, Jesse? What's going on, Chris?
What's up? How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. I wanted to see if you guys would, can you go on the website and pull up that picture of you guys in the war room real quick? I just wanted to react to a couple things I saw on that.
Okay. I sure can. Hold on a second. Let's see. We put it on Instagram, too. It makes it a little easier. By the way, the website, Jesse, if you could explain what's going on with that website.
Yeah, you guys might get some gateway errors when you're trying to go onto the website. You might have some issues with loading and stuff like that because the server was down for WordPress. So they're working on trying to get it back up. Also, we're growing, so we don't have enough room anymore. So we have to move over to a cloud server, which is going to take a little more time. So until we can get all that optimized, you might have some issues with loading the website, but just be patient.
Okay. And now here's the picture. It's up. What do you got to say about this?
Okay. Yeah, Greg, this is me. First of all, and I believe this picture, it really came from the night they did the operation to capture bin Laden, right?
No, this was Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, you really were in the war room Saturday.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah. This is our reaction.
Okay, well, it's just a couple things. One, why is it that Barack Obama shouldn't he be featured more prominently at the table, considering he was the president at this time?
Well, listen, there was an abundance of white people in there. We're like, listen, Barack, you got to take a back seat. We told him. And he's like, all right. He went back there. I don't know why. I mean, we were horsing around with him. Like, too many white people. Barack, you got to sit back there. And he's like, all right, man. I'm like, I would just fuck with you, Barack. And then he stayed there.
I mean, he's off in the corner back there looking like he's rolling up a blunt on like a shoebox or something. I don't understand. And then, like, you see where Hillary's sitting at? She's like orchestrating the thing. But then, based on this picture, it appears that Joe Biden is copying a feel on Jesse. It looks like he's grabbing her left buttock.
He is.
Jesse, yeah, tell me what's going on there. It doesn't look like that.
Well, that's for Biden and I to know and for you guys to never find out.
Oh. You and Biden got a thing going on?
Moss, I have some news for you.
Yeah?
And I'm sorry to tell you this on air. I was going to tell you privately that it's over between us.
Oh, my God. I knew you like older men, but, geez, this is a little crazy.
Biden just gives me something you can't, Moss. I don't know what it is.
Well, the look on your face as you're touching yourself, you're like, ooh. Like, it doesn't look like you're watching a fight. It looks like you were enjoying wherever his hand is.
Well, I was.
Ah.
I was.
Okay. You're right, Pulse. Shit, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's a hilarious photo, man. Hilarious edit right there.
Thank Kainoto for that.
All right, thanks, Kainoto. Shout out to all the OGs. Oh, yeah, and the weed should be there in about a week from now. So right. Look out for that.
All right, thanks.
Wop.
All right.
He was going to say wop bop a loo bop, a wop bamboo.
There you go. 522-0267. This was Saturday night. I had my Timeless CBD shirt on, and it was nice hanging out with them. They were really into the fights. Biden has stolen Jesse away from me, and now I must move on.
It's true.
Anyway. All right, get your calls.
What are you going to do?
All right, here we go, Jesse. You're going to love this.
Is this Kevin from Chicago?
Yes, ma'am. How you been?
We're good. We're wonderful, wonderful.
What's up, Kevin?
Wonderful.
Ben Askren. Oh, man. What a complete failure. A complete letdown, at least. And if he would have stayed retired, it could have been what if. It could have been, he could have been viewed as, oh, man, if he got shot in the UFC, he would have been UFC champion. He's the best fighter that didn't get in. But I think it was just a little too late. I think he was definitely older, 35 years old, 36 years old, past his prime, retired. I don't know if that's it or if just he didn't evolve. But it is funny how the media, they kind of, he turned into the media darling. Like, before he was signed with the UFC, he was like the laughing stock. All the media, all the MMA media, the media members would shit on him. He was like the butt of the joke. But when he got in the UFC, he was, boom roasted. He's so funny and smart and clever, blah, blah, blah. I thought that's pretty interesting. But Mighty Mouse, no way did the UFC lose out. That Masvidal win over Askren that skyrocketed him into the main event of the pay-per-view against Nate Diaz, that fight alone made more money than all of Mighty Mouse's fights combined. Masvidal is a global superstar. because of Ben Askren, because of that trash talk. Mighty Mouse can't draw shit, so that whole thing is just bullshit. I don't think UFC lost out. My second point, Jan Blachowicz. He has a win over Luke Rockhold and Jacare. Luke Rockhold and Jacare knocked out Chris Weidman. And who was that? Dominic Reyes' big marquee win is Chris Weidman. Jan Blachowicz has 2 wins over 2 guys that starched Chris Weidman. I know that's not a popular opinion, but give Jan Blachowicz the title shot. He's already 35, 36 years old. He got a win over Luke Rockhold, a win over Jacare. I think he deserves it.
Okay. That's a fair point. Anything else? Oh, he's gone. All right. You know what? He doesn't make a bad point on either thing. And that's why I like Kevin. He doesn't make a bad point. Jan Blachowicz, if you look at record-wise, what he's doing now, let's scroll through over here. He's on a 2-fight win streak. And, yeah, both of the guys fought at a weight class lower. And he lost to Santos, who was just fighting for a belt. But before that, he's on a nice little winning streak. At this weight class, it's impressive. You got Devin Clark, choked him the fuck out. Cannonier, he beat. Unanimous decision. Jimmy Manuwa, unanimous decision. Got the arm triangle on Krylov. He was on a nice little roll. Santos is a beast. Can't really kill him for that. Rockhold, a former champion. Souza, a former champion. He knocks out Rockhold. Not fun with Souza, but he gets the win. What do you think about that, Jess, what Kevin said about Blachowicz? Do you think he deserves it over Dominic Reyes?
Nah.
No, huh?
I would still give it to Dominic Reyes, especially after the last fight. It's a little... I mean, I get it. I get why you would go with Blachowicz, but I don't know. I just feel Dominic Reyes is a little more deserving. The guy's an undefeated fighter, and he's really proven himself, a lot, especially when it comes to the rankings and his past opponents. He's fought some top-tier fighters, so I would still give it to Dominic Reyes.
When you think about Dominic Reyes, you think this. Unblemished. The UFC loves this unblemished thing. They love... this little hype thing, because if somehow Dominic Reyes does beat John Jones, which I don't see that happening, but if he does, you can polish this thing up. This could be a fun champion to market. If Blachowicz wins, they can't really market him the way they can market Dominic Reyes. So that's the problem. Dominic Reyes is even playing the game. He's on social media. He's doing things. He's walking around with the schmoes glasses. Unfortunately, this is the UFC that we're watching. But I am not upset with this situation. I'd rather see Reyes too. I know he's probably going to lose, but I'd rather see Reyes in the fight. Yes, you could say Jan deserves it more, but yeah, I'm cool with Reyes. And that's the casual side of me talking.
Casual.
When he talks about Ben Askren, he made a good point there too, and we'll address it. The Askren situation being better than keeping Mighty Mouse. Yeah, Askren taking that L. He didn't look great against Masvidal, but Masvidal exploded, and now they got this BMF bullshit going on. And they're making a shitload of money. So when it comes down to it, they did make a lot of money off of that. What could you have made off of Mighty Mouse? Well, I'll tell you what, they already made it. They made their Henry Cejudo thing. Maybe they thought that's the best they can do. Let's just let him go. We got Cejudo now playing all these games. Maybe they did win out with the money situation. But as a fan, I still would have rathered Mighty Mouse on the UFC roster, because the Ben Askren thing is kind of... And honestly, I like Masvidal, but I don't give a shit about this BMF bullshit or any of that. So I don't care. It's fun to watch. I always liked watching him fight. That doesn't change anything for me. What do you think about that situation? You know what I need you to say? I don't care. If you really don't care, just say you don't care.
I don't care.
There you go. That's it. You don't have to pretend you give a shit. If you don't say, honestly, I don't give a shit. I'm not Luke Thomas. I'm not Ariel Hawani. I'm Jesse B. I do what I want to do. I draw. Tell them what you're drawing right now.
No, I was listening while I was drawing.
No, but tell them what you're drawing. It's a little Wonderland land. It's nice. Nice drawing. You want to explain it? We'll put it up to the camera.
Not really.
Okay, fine.
It's a little depressing.
Oh. Why? It's not depressing. It's a beautiful place.
It's my place in my head. It's where I imagine being when I need solitude.
I love this girl to death. She's a great person. She's a great co-host. And I'm not going to say anything negative.
That's a shocker.
I'm not going to...
You always have something negative.
No, because honestly, I think you're in a bad place. I don't know what the fuck's wrong, to be honest. But
Just move on with the show, Ma.
So I'm not going to say anything bad. All right. Anyway, let's open up the phone lines. 516-522-0267. And if you want to know what Jesse's drawing...
Well, then you'll never find out.
What donation for them to see your drawing?
$100.
$100? All right, let's see if anyone wants to see your drawing. NH. What's up, NH? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Chris? Hi, Jesse.
We're wonderful.
Wonderful.
What's going on with you?
I'm wonderful too.
All right.
Just not liking the rain that's back again now.
Oh, you got some rain over there?
Oregon.
Yeah. Well, it's part of the deal, right?
What are you gonna do?
You got to have those beautiful green trees over there. It's got to rain, right?
Yep. It's got to rain.
Yeah. All right. So what's going on?
Anyway, I can't believe people keep putting down Mighty Mouse. He's still the best pound per pound. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't care if you guys think he's boring or not. It's like, and UFC did get screwed over, I think, on that deal.
All right. Explain your side.
That guy sucks.
You suck.
Sucks. He sucks. He got his butt kicked.
So you're saying we got the shaft on this one with Mighty Mouse leaving?
Yeah. I mean, look how many times he defended. I mean, he lost what? The one time. That's it. I mean, come on. Why do they call him boring? Because you've seen other fighters do the same thing. I mean, I just don't understand it.
You have the opinion of a true MMA fan. I mean, let's be serious here. Mighty Mouse, and I agree with you, Ann. I see where Kevin's coming from. I see his point. But I agree with Ann. Yeah. I think Mighty Mouse is still the pound-for-pound greatest. I'm going to go with it. The guy is 30-31.
Still kicking butt.
He is not slowing down. He looks great.
No.
He has some of the greatest finishes. He's been into some snoozes, but so is GSP. There's so many fights that GSP has been in that I wanted to fucking chop my head off. I was so bored out of my mind. You know? I mean, let's be serious. You got this one L against Cejudo, and Cejudo is a fucking Olympic gold medalist, and Mighty Mouse knocked him out the first time. So, and this fight was close. He could have been still undefeated. I mean, not undefeated. Fight streak should have been still intact. But Jesus Christ. What's going on? And talk, preach to me. Tell me.
Look at all those wins. I mean, look at all those W's. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Proof's in the pudding. Do you think the UFC made a mistake, though? Do you think, like, in their minds, do you think as a fan the UFC made a mistake?
I think as a fan, UFC made a mistake, but they did make a mistake. I don't think they should have let him go.
Okay.
Ben was okay. Ben was okay. I mean, I watched. I just never thought he was that great to be in the UFC. And everyone just proved it right there when he got his butt kicked.
Yeah. Jess, what do you think? Oh, hold on, Ann. Jess?
Yes.
Jesse!
Yes?
Hello?
Hi, Ann. How are you?
What do you think?
What are you drawing?
Oh, I'm not drawing anything anymore. I'm not,
You know what we should do for Jesse? Like,
anytime Moss makes a comment about it, then I know to stop, because I might be doing something wrong.
Oh, you're like me. You're just like, in your head, you're just like, dun, 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 dun.
Pretty much, right?
Just like me and my dumb little upload of videos I did, my painting of my...
You know what I was thinking about doing? You know how when you go to a doctor's office and they have the toys on the floor for the kids to play with? I feel if someone saves this show, we should have some toys for Jesse to play with.
No,
she's like, yeah, I'm done.
I asked to be here. I asked for
the
extra time. No, I asked to be here. I don't mind.
Yeah, I know, but you don't care, right? I mean...
I do. I do. Listen, I've mentioned it before and I'll say it again. I don't know why I have a problem with it. I wish I could fix it, but sometimes the phone calls, like, I love listening to you guys talk and I love hearing your guys' opinions, but for some reason my head just like goes into clouds. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like I don't know what it is, to be honest, but I don't always follow everything everyone's saying in a phone call, and I usually leave it to Moss. And I know it's a flaw, and I gotta work on it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, don't feel bad anyone that calls in, because she doesn't listen to me either. She zones out with me too.
I do. I listen to everybody.
So it's
but like it's like I hear the words and I'm just not. I'm sorry. I apologize, and I will work on it, and I will be more attentive during the phone calls, because it's not fair for me not to be attentive during the phone calls.
Can we whip you if you zone out? Can we get like the whip? Bad, Jesse. Or can we spank you? Can I put you on the casting couch and spank you in front of the audience?
No.
All right, I tried.
This is not chatterbait.
Drop your panties in. All right.
Lick my balls.
What else you got, Ann?
Lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
Drunk likes the spanking.
Yeah.
All right, so Other than Ben
You
Askren.
just got me laughing now. I'm just picturing that. Okay.
I think the whole chat is picturing it too. They like it. Wonderful idea.
Ben Askren. God.
So we'll move on from Ben.
What a joke.
So what else you got on your noodle?
Oh, the bare knuckle. I told you that was great. That's my new love now. I think it's great. It's very brutal, but I like it.
If someone was to ask you, right, why should I watch bare knuckle? Like they're like, oh, it's so gruesome and it's not really MMA. If you're an MMA fan, why are you watching? That's boxing. What would you say to them?
I would say watch it. It's fun. It's great to watch. It's brutal. Yeah, that's the whole point. It's fast. It's more quicker. It's not boring. You don't sit there like in regular boxing where they sit there and clinch up the whole time and, they're going for broke. They have the very few limited time to do something.
Yeah. It's fun. It really is. And even when they clinch, they can
fucking
they can hit each other. It can be a tactic where they can hit each other with uppercuts and body shots. It's great. Imagine if they added like some knees into this, I think they should add knees. What do you think, Jess?
I agree.
Right? Like Muay Thai clinching and kneeing. That would be fun. I want more carnage.
Ooh.
I mean, here I am trying to change the sport. The knockout percentage is like 99%. And I'm like, let's add knees, Let's kill them.
Wonderful.
Maybe they shouldn't. I don't know. I'm gonna ask Jason Knight when he comes on. And Caleb as well. Would you be cool with them adding knees?
But is it really Bkfc if there's knees?
No, well, it could be bare knee.
No, it's
bare knee fighting championship.
Bare knuckle knee.
And it's bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah, so it'd be BKKFC.
There's no knees in boxing. Bare
knuckle knee fighting championship. The BKKFC, right? Works.
I'm not sure if that would work. But
no, all right. Had to try. All right.
Wonderful.
BKKFC. I'm in.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm wonderful.
All right. You have any questions for the guests coming on Wednesday?
No. I'll just figure them out then.
All right. Fair enough. You have time. Okay.
Yep. And the new goat. Got to get the picture up there like you said.
Yeah, we got to talk to him about that. What are we going to do? Like, Artem's sitting over Jesse's head. You going to miss Artem if we pull him down?
No, I don't think we're going to pull him down. I think we're going to take the pizza down maybe.
Take the pizza down?
And the baby and move Artem over and put
Knight and Artem next to each other?
Yeah.
Okay, we could think about that. Sure.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah, pizza shit. Yeah. I don't even know why it's there anymore.
And the baby.
Well, the baby's awesome.
Put the baby on the bulletin
board.
Put
the baby over Connor's face. Maybe I'll do that. All right, Ann. Any last thoughts?
Right. Any last thoughts? No, I just love the MMA-Holes. You guys are great. The show's great. Like always. You guys are wonderful. You're awesome what you do.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Ann. You're wonderful too.
Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
All right. Be good. All right. Artem was a gift. He is a gift. He's a gift to our eyeballs. He was a gift from BLT. It's true. Or Mr. Steve, if Steve's in the chat. All right, here we go. Let's take another call. 516-522-0267. We've got 4 minutes left in the show. We'll try to take some rapid fire calls and rapid round calls, whatever you want to call them. Here we go.
No caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
So when you talk about UFC losing out on the Ben Askren thing, are you talking about money or are you talking about quality of fighting? Because you're talking about quality of fighting, of course they lost out. But the UFC doesn't give a shit about that. They care about money.
Yeah.
And Demetrius Johnson didn't draw big numbers. That's just a fact. So, what's your guys' thoughts on that? It's a money situation. That's what the UFC cares about, the money.
No, you're right. All right, it's Kevin.
I think the UFC's always cared about the money, though. I mean...
Mighty Mouse was headlining fight nights with the longest winning streak and a fucking title, draped over his shoulder.
Mm.
He really wasn't bringing in the numbers that I'm. But you could say maybe the UFC didn't market him correctly.
They didn't. They didn't market the whole flyweight division correctly, to be quite honest.
They really didn't go crazy, but he didn't help either. He was just playing video games.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Yo, I'm back.
What's
Welcome
up, Drunk?
back.
So I know last week you were giving Jessie shit about her justifying Greg Hardy versus Derek Lewis, but how are you going to justify Latifi versus Lewis now?
Oh, yeah, we didn't get to that yet.
Let's look at it.
Latifi
where is he
and
ranked
Lewis is in the works.
Wait, Latifi's ranked, though.
For February 8th.
Hold on, let's look. Yeah, I'm pretty. I mean, Latifi's definitely ranked, right? So I mean,
but he's coming up to a new weight division. I mean, getting the number 5 guy.
Yeah, but still, he's still a ranked fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the guy was like 2 fights away from fighting for a strap at one point. You know. So,
true.
I mean, I think it's apples and oranges. It was a good try, though, Drunk.
But Brock Lesnar got fucking Frank Mir after having only one MMA fight.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with Brock Lesnar. He's a mythical creature, right? And when he came in, he hit the ground running. So did Greg Hardy. But Brock Lesnar was beating like real dudes. You know, like who did Greg Hardy really beat? Do you remember right off the top of your head?
Ben Sisoli, Crowder.
Who?
Greg Hardy?
Yeah, but who are they?
Ben Sisoli.
Who are they? Exactly.
You don't know who they are?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Brock Lesnar came in.
Sisoli was a tough opponent for Hardy, and Crowder was, because we saw during the Crowder fight, Hardy got gassed, and during the Sisoli fight was Inhalergate.
Yeah, I think you're missing my point, but I mean, that's
Brock beat that fucking Asian guy. What was his name? I don't think he was that popular.
What was his first fight coming in? I don't remember now. Now I'm thinking, hold on, let's go
to
Brock.
There was some fucking Asian guy over in Japan.
Yeah, I can't remember that.
His name.
Let's see. I'm going to go Brock. That was a minute. So Brock Lesnar, this is pretty funny. One of the reasons why I slowly started getting into MMA was my buddy was trying to feed me Brock Lesnar. And hold on a second. Let's look at his stuff. I'll entertain this. Here we go. All right, I'll pull him up over here. Go to the old tap. There he is. 5-3-0. Mega record over here. But he is a superstar, right? Took his last loss to the Overeem fight and the Cain Velasquez. You have Mark Hunt, which was a weird one, that one over there. But when he came into the UFC, it was, I don't remember that guy's name. Oh, actually, no. When he came in, it was against Frank Mir.
Yeah, it was his first fight in the UFC, but before that, there was another guy.
Yeah, who was I thought it was 2. Oh, Min-Soo Kim, but that was in Dynamite. That's who the guy, that's who we're thinking of.
Yeah.
Min-Soo Kim. Yeah. He came in.
Kenjiro's cousins.
That's right. Yeah, Kenjiro's cousin beat him. But yeah, I mean, look who he beat. I mean, listen, Frank Mir he lost to, but Frank Mir is all roided up as well. So, and Frank Mir was a beast back in the day. Heath Herring, that's a nobody. Randy Couture he beat. An older Randy Couture, but he did beat Randy. He beat the shit out of him. Then he
got a title shot after a fucking record of 2-1.
Yeah, but I mean, he beat the natural.
Yeah, the heavyweight division was shit back then. So
yeah,
I can see it.
And it's true. Like, it was a whole different game. When Brock came in, he brought a lot of casual eyes in. When it comes to Hardy, you could say he's bringing some casual eyes in, but I think they're trying to groom this guy correctly. I think they're trying to give him a quick path, but do it the right way. And
yeah, I mean, they're probably hesitant to, if he takes another L, that could hurt his stock. But, if he beat Lewis, that could be the shot in the arm his career needs to skyrocket him.
Listen, in this weird day and age, I mean, anything is possible, but I think it's a little bit outside of the realm of reasoning. This one, at least. That's what I'm going to go with. But Jesse likes it. He likes the idea. She likes the idea. All right, anything else, Drunk?
Nope, that's it.
All righty. Thanks for the call, Drunk.
All right. Thanks so much.
So, that is it. Save the show is done. Thank you for saving it. Thank you to all the donations, the likes, man. 140 people watching. What? Like the shit out of the video. Throw us in the algorithm. Help us out. I mean, if you can't donate, that's the best way to donate. Just donate a little click over there. Thank you. Whoever was 85, I appreciate it. And if you're not subbed, what do they do?
Subscribe.
Notification bell, subscribe. Become part of this dysfunction over here, the MMA Holes. All right, Jesse. Say those magic words. Now, there is no fight briefing.
Yes.
Are you going to do one for Bellator now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I like to keep my fight briefings strictly towards the UFC. I know I broke the rule a little last week with Bkfc, but I think I like to stick it with strictly UFC for now. So there will be no fight briefing this week. There will be no fight briefing next week. So I'll see you guys again for the next event, I guess.
Wednesday night is going to be Jason Knight will be on. The winner at Bare Knuckle FC 9 will be back on the show. We'll have Caleb Harris, who got a big win as well. 2 guys knocking people out.
I saw in the chat, Drunk Savage says, do a gaming stream. I think we're going to kind of ease up on the gaming streams for a little while.
Last night, I had a fun time hanging with you guys, but last night was like overload. We're going to pump the brakes on the gaming. We're not getting rid of the gaming channel, but we're going to pump the brakes a little bit. Maybe we'll do an extra stream over here if we're feeling frisky, because we do have a break with the UFC. Who knows? Maybe we'll pop on and do like the old days. We'll pop on the phone or
like the pillow talks and stuff like that.
a bonus stream like that. But the gaming streams that they become, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then after the stream, I feel like I got punched in the face like 400 times.
Yeah, last night he was he felt like he got the shit kicked out of him.
I was like, this is too much for me.
I felt horrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're just gonna kind of ease up, and revamp and make some new ideas maybe, and then come back at it, down the road. But we just gotta kind of take a break. A lot of liberties being taken, a lot of weird stuff going on. So cut it off for a little while.
And we've been streaming constantly, so it's not like we want to stop streaming. We're going to keep on bringing a lot of stuff, but I want to be a little bit more creative. The gaming streams are like 7 hours of us literally sitting like vegetables staring at a TV. I kind of want to bring a little bit more to the table if we're going to put more content out there, so I'd rather use that creatively and have some more fun with you guys, incorporate more of the giveaways, because we have a lot of stuff to give away too. The gaming streams is becoming a little mind-numbing, so we're going to kind of slow down on that. But we will come back with that channel and have some ideas down the road. All right, Jess, we'll see them on Wednesday night for the Super Mega interview show.
Okay.
Fuko Friday's Friday. Should we be live for Bellator? What do you say, Jesse?
I'd say we should.
Okay.
I like watching fights together, so.
All right, we'll do the Fight Buddies for this lame-o card. We'll hang with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Who the fuck is... There we go, for the Michael Page versus who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Okay, that's that.
All right. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.